It feels kind of weird to be doing these type of videos again. Hi everyone, sorry for the different type of format of this video, but today I wanted to talk about something a bit different. Originally I did start this channel off as just a video diary to myself, where I did start videos just talking to myself or to you guys, to the camera like this before, and I miss that. I do enjoy making video game content, but in the future I do plan on making more videos like this because I think it's just more personal, and it's definitely about to get personal up in here. It just helps at least me project my thoughts and feelings out and help me talk them out. Sort of like I'm my own therapist, only I'm not being charged. But the topic that I want to discuss in this video was actually about dieting. And I know dieting is a huge topic in today's culture. You can't go really anywhere on social media without seeing it and seeing the results of it. But I want to talk about my experience with dieting. So unless you've been following me on Twitch, which you can find down below in the description, for the past week I have been on keto. In fact, today marks the 7th day that I've been on keto. And to give you just a brief summary of what the keto diet is, it's basically just eliminating carbs from your diet, and instead your body's naturally burning off fats and protein to give you energy. This process of ketosis basically just helps you to break down water weight, lose weight, and become more toned. The reason that I went on the keto diet was actually because I wanted to lose a bit of water weight in my face. My initial goal was that I wanted to achieve the Angelina Jolie, Kristen Stewart, Timothy Chalamet sort of gaunt, hollow cheeks. And that was kind of stupid of me. Before you say anything, that I know I look like I don't even have much weight to lose. I'm already skinny enough as it is. I've been told that so many times by coworkers, by family members I know. And to give you more of a glimpse into what I was eating in a day, it was basically a total of 21 carbs, 40 grams of fat, 45 grams of protein, and 1391 grams of net calories a day. The way that I was keeping count of all this information was I was using an app. You can use your phone to scan items that have a label on it, and it just starts filling up on all the things that you consumed in a day. So I wanted to talk about my experience, or the things that I've witnessed about myself and my body on being on keto for a week. Disclaimer, this is not meant to bash on the keto diet or anyone who does it. This is just me talking about at least what I've gone through and sort of the things that I found challenging or difficult to deal with. So the first few days that I began the keto diet, I actually contracted what's known as the keto flu. I had never heard about this prior to starting the keto diet, but on the second day that I actually started keto, I was wondering, oh my goodness, why am I sweating so much? Why do I feel like throwing up? Why am I throwing up? Why am I getting body shivers? And I thought, oh my goodness, did I get corona? What's going on? In hindsight, it might not have been a good idea to start this diet around COVID-19. But going through this flu, I felt like I was dying. Of course, I wasn't dying, I made it through it, but it was just terrible. But that was the flu. It lasted about 3-4 days, and it pretty much subsided. What came after the following days, and is still kind of lingering, was I wasn't really feeling satisfied in my meals. My meals were basically just meal preps that I had already prepared in my fridge, with one salmon fillet, a couple of vegetables, and a bit of mustard sauce drizzled on top of it. That's basically what I was eating in a day. And after eating that and maybe just a cup or two of tea or some milk, I was still pretty hungry. Granted, I eat around 2 or 3 p.m. because that's the normal time that I do eat. But when it got to about 9 p.m. on my normal diet before, I was usually full, but towards night I was getting so hungry and it became difficult to sleep. And there was just a constant grumbling in my stomach wanting me to eat more, and I know that I couldn't, just because there was this goal that I wanted to achieve and I didn't want to break away from it. When I start to see that chart starting to get filled up, I would get really sad that I wasn't going to be able to eat the rest of the day, or that I was near my limit. Another issue that I kind of had was kind of because of COVID-19. Everyone's sort of quarantined and we can't really go outside or go out to eat. But pre-planning when everything is okay and it's all right to go out to eat, or maybe if I want to order in or order some Postmates, I found my options to actually eat things at certain places are really limited. And if I were to find places that I could eat at, it would only be able to eat in small portions. I was putting myself in a box of things that I could and couldn't eat, or that I had to only eat these specific items that were low carb or no carb at all. And if anything else wasn't affiliated or fit that box, I had to just eliminate it from my life completely and never touched again. I hated it. I have a very strong will and I'm not easily broken, but this diet really made me just start to analyze and overthink what exactly I was doing. And to let you know even further what I was restricting myself in doing was, prior to going on keto, I have actually been what I call pesco vegan for quite a number of years, going on about 6 years. And recently, in the last couple of months, I've actually been limiting my sodium and sugar intake. So having all these restrictions in my diet of basically not eating any type of meat, where I couldn't get enough protein for the keto diet, I had to get it from basically just fish alone. Limiting my sodium intake so my cholesterol level would just really plummet. Limiting my sugar intake, which basically meant that the amount of grams of fat that I was supposed to be consuming wouldn't really benefit me in any way because I wouldn't be consuming any. All of these things and limiting myself, I just wasn't happy. I wanted to maintain the way that I've been eating, but also putting more restrictions on the way that I've been eating because I just wanted to look better and feel good about myself. And I wasn't feeling good about myself at all. One reason that I haven't been posting on Instagram or social media in a while is that I haven't really been fully secure or confident in the way I look. And something that I desperately want to let everyone know is dieting or cutting back on the amount of food or things that you do eat can be really unhealthy, especially for someone who deals with body dysmorphia or has a past experience of an eating disorder. I definitely don't want to discuss that part of my past right now, but when I'd lie in bed, still hungry, I would really think to myself, am I really doing this diet for me? Are cutting things off from your life really making you happy? I miss pizza. I miss fruit. I never thought I'd say that. I even miss eating little saltine crackers. I know how sad that must sound. But you don't really appreciate the little things that you have until they're gone, or until you yourself take them away. And my face goal was slightly achieved, but not that much. I thought I would give it a week trial run to at least see the results, but now knowing and doing more research that it would have to be a prolonged diet of months, maybe even a year to see the results, I honestly can't do it. I'm young, I'm 24. Why should I be worried about the way I look? I'm not in movies, I'm not a model. I'm just here to enjoy life and enjoy the things that make me happy. oh, who do I have to impress? It makes you think people who are considered thin or are considered fat, why do we shame on each other? Like, if someone is genuinely happy eating or living the way that they are and it's not affecting you, why is it any of your business to comment? Unless they ask you or they complain about the way they look, then obviously they're unhappy about something. But if they're just living life and they want to eat a fucking donut or they just want to eat a bowl of quinoa, you don't really need to comment saying that that looks unhealthy or you should be eating something else. It's not your fucking body. We have this one life. And if you don't make yourself happy in everything that you do, what is the point? There's some who are gonna argue that you have to make sacrifices in order to be happy. I disagree. If you have to make sacrifices and that makes you unhappy and you think that that'll bring you happiness, you're just basically doing what I was doing. You're limiting yourself in the dreams or hopes that you'll achieve happiness. And maybe you will. Maybe you will actually achieve that happiness that you're looking for, but I feel like you just might be miserable the entire time, and what's the point in that? I want to make this clear that this entire video, I'm not wanting to say anything bad about keto or that people shouldn't do it, because it absolutely worked. I saw results within the first couple of days. I've only been doing it for a week, and that's not even long enough to see the results. I definitely saw them. It's just not for me. Big round of applause to anyone that is on keto or any sort of diet and it makes you happy because you found something that you enjoy and that you can maintain. As for me, I'm just gonna go back to how I was eating because for the most part, I was pretty healthy and I was happy. Sure, I wasn't fully confident with the way I look, but that's not the diet's fault. That's stemming from something that I have going on inside. And it's something that I still and will probably continue to deal with. But that's for me to figure out and not to bring in more complications like a new diet into the mix, because just a whole shit ton of things could happen. And again, I'm sorry about if this video might make people uncomfortable, but I wanted to make it because it's at least what was going on through my head that I needed to talk about. And if anyone else is watching this and is going through the same thing, or if they just needed to hear what I'm about to say, it's that you owe it to yourself to make yourself happy. This is your life. You are only supposed to bring yourself your happiness. You don't need to rely on anyone or anything to bring you that happiness. Just you. And if people or something gives you shit for that, fuck them. You don't need that in your life. So if you guys will excuse me, I'm going to go order dozens of rolls of sushi and happily enjoy eating them while watching some Netflix. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please let me know, and I'll see you guys next time.